Hey everybody, welcome back to the PTM AC Customs Garage. Sorry about the slight delay, but between Elden Ring Night Rain coming out and really enjoying the shit out of that, and new awesome projects coming to me, thank you Green Knight again for inviting me for that co-op run. It's taken a little longer than normal to get around to the not so scheduled content that normally is around, but that's okay because it's time for some missiles. The first half of them anyway. This is gonna be a long script. The missiles in today's episode include the 3 MLT basic missile launchers, the 3 split missile launchers, the 3 duo missile launchers, the 3 vertical missile launchers, and the 2 ACT homing missile launchers. Today is all about some Furlong dynamics and their missiles, so without further hold up, let's do this. First up are the BML G1 P20 MLT-04, the BML G2 P03 MLT-06, and the BML G2 P05 MLT-10. These are all going to have a lot of the same stats, so some numbers will only be mentioned once. The Au5 comes stock on 621's Loader 4 AC, and the Tenderfoot DLC AC has it. G5 Iguazu's AC Headbringer has one. Middle Flatwell's Tsubasa is sporting one. Cold Call's AC Dead Sled carries it, and the Trainer AC has one equipped as well. Since you start with one, the left side can be bought for 74,000 credits once you unlock the parts shop. The Au6 comes on G6 Red's AC Hermit and can be bought for 111,000 credits each once you, of course, destroy the Ice Worm. The 10 isn't equipped on any of the preset ACs, but becomes available for purchase super early for 165,000 credits each after the mission Attack the Watchpoint in Chapter 1. They are multi-cell missile launchers developed by Furlong Dynamics. Missiles track targets and explode on hit, contributing greatly to the buildup of ACS strain, each capable of multi-lock. Missiles are excellent support weapons, and when you get good with them, you can really do some crafty shit with them. Every weapon in today's video is going to be an explosive type missile launcher that reloads after every salvo launched. The MLTs have an attack power of 103 per missile, their impact is 72 per missile, and they have an accumulative impact of 43 per missile. They have a direct hit adjuster of 145, their guidance is 180, so they will benefit from a good missile-oriented FCS. These missiles, like their handheld variant, have the longest possible range in the game, chasing enemies down up to 2,500 meters. The Au5's homing lock time is 0.3 seconds. It has a max lock count of 4. It comes with 140 total missiles and has a reload time of 3.8 seconds. The MLT missiles each cost 80 credits per missile, and the Au5 weighs 1,770 Miyazaki's, recently losing some weight in the latest update, and has an energy load of 154. The Au5 is the compact version that is good for lightweight builds and has a very quick reload, making them super dangerous to face off against. The Au6's homing lock time is 0.4 seconds, has a max lock count of 6, comes with 226 total rounds with a reload time of 4 seconds. It weighs 3,610 Miyazaki's and has an energy load of 241. I like to call this one the 6-shooter, and it is very excellent used on both lightweight and middleweight builds, and packs just a little more punch with those 2 extra missiles. The 10 has a homing lock time of 0.8 seconds, has a max lock count of 10. It comes with 300 total rounds, has a reload time of 6.4 seconds, weighs 5,220 whopping Miyazaki's, and takes 320 energy load to operate. This one fires a little bit differently from the other 2 launchers of its type. This one has a sequential ripple, which is slower between launches than the unified salvo the other 2 dump out. This makes it hard to completely avoid, even for lighter, more nimble ACs. But if you want all 10 to hit, then point blank them bitches when they're staggered. Our next group of missiles are the split missiles. I like these guys a lot. I like to use them kind of close. These are the BML G2 P16 SPL08, the BML G2 P19 SPL12, and the BML G2 P17 SPL16. They're all Gen 2s. The 08 can be found on G6 Red's AC Hermit and can be purchased for 85,000 credits each after you finish Attack the Watchpoint from Chapter 1. The 12 is found on G3 Wuho Hai's Li Long, G4 Volta's AC Cannon Head, and Honest Brute's Flaming Milktooth. It costs 123,000 credits each after you beat the mission on Escape, so you need to break out snail jail for it. And the 16 is on G1 Michigan's AC Liger Tail, costing 160,000 credits each, and this becomes available when the ice worm gets squashed. You're gonna unlock a lot of shit after that mission. They are each launchers developed by Furlong Dynamics. These missiles split before contact and surround the target with homing sub-missiles. 2 of these fire the same missiles, but one is a little bit different, with slightly smaller ones. The Au5 and 16 have an attack power of 688 per missile, 1 for the Au5 and 2 for the 16. They have an impact of 536 per missile, and they have an accumulative impact of 320 per missile. The 12 has an attack power of 600 per missile and an impact of 402 per missile, and an accumulative impact of 240 per missile, all due to being a slightly smaller 6-cell split missile instead of an 8-cell like the other 2. They all have a direct hit adjuster of 140, a guidance of 145, so definitely consider a good missile FCS. These missiles have an effective range of 1,425 meters. The Au5 has a lock time of 0.8 seconds, has a max lock of 1. You only get 40 missiles total. It reloads in 4.5 seconds. These missiles cost 500 credits each. The Au5 weighs 2,800 Miyazakis and uses 228 in energy load. The Au5 is your lightweight variant, bringing the pain all in one missile, or well, 8 small ones. And just so you know, if you notice a couple of these little guys face planting into the dirt when they get close to the enemy and split, then start jumping before you fire to give them a better angle to split at. The 12 has a homing lock time of 1 second. It has a max lock count of 2. You get 80 total missiles. It has a reload time of 6 seconds. This missile costs 400 per missile. It weighs 3,580 Miyazakis, and it takes 325 energy load to run. The 12 is a happy medium between the other 2 splitters, sacrificing a couple of mini sub-missiles to make this 2-cell a little quicker. The 6 sub-missiles still pack a nice punch though. And the 16 has a homing lock time of 1.4 seconds, a max lock count of 2. It comes with 72 total rounds. It has a massive 7.7 second reload time. The weight is 5,010 Miyazakis, still kind of porky, and the energy load is 510. This is the Big Impact Smack Missile Launcher, very respectable damage, but shines in bringing the thud. But all that thud comes in a really heavy package. Missile launchers are heavy enough as it is, and this guy needs to lay off the carbs, kind of like the MLT-10 does.
Get clear, 621.
Next, we got the duos. These are good missiles so long as you or your opponent are standing in the right spot. These are the BMLG-1 P31 Duo 02, BMLG-1 P32 Duo 03, and the BMLG-2 P08 Duo 03 missile launchers. To simplify things, we will abbreviate to the P number for ID. The P31 isn't equipped on any presets and costs 144,000 credits each in the parts store once you have access to it by default. The P32 is equipped on the Nightfall AC, the AC piloted by the formerly named Raven, and it's available in the parts store for 180,000 credits each once you squash a certain big metal bug.
From the generator. This is no ordinary.
And the P08 is also not found on any of the presets, but can be purchased in the store for 228,000 credits after busting out of snail jail. They are compact to medium-sized, multi-celled dual missile launchers developed by Furlong Dynamics. They trap targets in a pincer trajectory, limiting evasive options. With the exception of one of these, they fire all missiles at once outwards to surround the target. The P31 and the P32 both have 148 attack power per missile, their impact is 94 per missile, and their cumulative impact is 62 per missile. The P08 has slightly beefier missiles with an attack power of 177 per missile, an impact of 111 per missile, and an cumulative impact of 72 per missile. They all have a direct hit adjuster of 150, so they're pretty nice as a stagger punish, keep that in mind. Their guidance is 145, and their effective range is 500. The P31's homing lock time is 0.3 seconds. It has a max lock count of 2, even though it has 4 missiles. This is because each target gets 2 missiles to chew on. It comes with 124 total missiles, has a reload time of 3.1 seconds, and has very cheap missiles at only 70 credits each. It weighs 1,900 Miyazakis and uses an energy load of 182. The P31 is like a slightly stronger and flanking version of the little 4-shooter missile launcher we started with. With the trajectory of these missiles, they tend to be a little tricky to actually land. You need to be a little distance away from the target to hit, or fire from above, or below the target, allowing the missiles to turn and burn towards the enemy. And when firing from above, this also has the added effect of your target potentially not seeing it coming. The P-32's homing lock time is 0.4 seconds. It has a max lock count of 3, though it fires 6 missiles. It comes with 180 missiles total, has a reload time of 3.5 seconds. It weighs 3,450 Miyazakis and has an energy load of 262. The P-32 is basically the P-31 with 2 more missiles and close to twice the weight somehow. The P-08 is the weirdo still, with its 0.7 second homing lock time. All of its 6 missiles in the salvo can target individually, giving it a max lock count of 6. It has 156 total missiles. The reload time is 5.4 seconds, and these thicker missiles cost 100 credits each. It's a little heavier at 4,020 Miyazakis and costs 332 in energy load. P-08 isn't done being different there though. Instead of dumping all the missiles at once in a whole salvo, like the other duos, it has a cascade firing sequence that it uses instead, which could be good for hitting those pesky nimble boys, like me.
LC destroyed.
Right-hand ammunition at 50%. Right shoulder ammunition at 50%.
My LC gonna blow.
Moving on, welcome to what is possibly one of the most controversial missile types in the game, the vertical missile launcher. Hopefully by the end of this you'll understand their utility a little better if you're currently in the they suck camp. These are all 3 Gen 1s, so they all start with the BML-G1, but they are the P01 VTC-04, the P03 VTC-08, and the P07 VTC-12. Index Dunham has an 04 on his AC burn pickaxe, and it can be obtained by completing the training mission Intermediate Support 4 Tank ACs. You get the left copy for that. If you want the right side, it will cost 85,000 credits in the store. The only AC to have the 08 equipped is the Corporation AC from the Extended Arena that unlocks late in the game. It costs 112,000 credits each in the store, and as for when it unlocks, I couldn't remember, but according to this website, Power Picks, it's unlocked after missions 6 and 7 in Chapter 1. Oh, of course, attack the dam complex and destroy the weaponized mining ship. Surprise, surprise. And as for the 12, C4619's AC was double triggering them right before getting a mouthful of laser beam in the game trailer. Chatty 6 AC Circus has one, and G2 Niles Deep Down is wearing one. It is unlocked by escaping from Snail Jail and costs 188,000 credits each in the parts store. These are multi-celled vertical missile launchers developed by Furlong Dynamics. High vertical trajectory allows these missiles to deny enemies cover and circumvent such defenses, like a big thick steel shield on the front of a giant delete machine. All 3 have an attack power of 124 per missile, an impact of 89 per missile, and a cumulative impact of 55 per missile, each firing 4, 8, and 12 missiles respectively. They have a direct hit adjuster of 150, so again it's a good stagger punish like the duo, and this category should probably mostly stick with that. They have the highest guidance at 480, but since they are screaming towards the ground, in normal circumstance, they are pretty easy to dodge. Hence why timing a launch with a stagger is the winner. And for missiles, their effective range is short at only 1,000 meters. The 04's homing lock time is 0.4 seconds, has a max lock count of 4. It comes with 108 total rounds. It reloads in 4.8 seconds. Each of all of these missiles costs 120 credits per missile. It weighs 2,240 Miyazakis and takes 258 energy load to run. The 08's homing lock time is 0.8 seconds. It has a max lock count of 8. It comes with 224 total missiles. It reloads in 6 seconds, weighs 3,920 Miyazakis and takes 380 energy load to run. And the 12 has a homing lock time of 1.4 seconds, has a max lock count of 12. It comes with 360 total rounds, reloads in 7.5 seconds. It weighs a hefty 5,010 Miyazakis and has an energy load of 525. As you increase size with these, you are mainly aiming to increase the hit percentage of each salvo fired. Time launches with the staggers, so that as the salvo starts to land, the stagger is proxying. These work great with full auto high impact weapons that are easy to control. The ACS strain of an enemy with, like Etsy's and Hubens. Also in the story mode, they are great for big enemies like the Smart Cleaner, even with the ceiling, so long as you don't launch from the sky, and the big douchebag on top of the wall. Again, mind your low-hanging ceilings, they will render these useless.
It's down. The generator's going to explode.
Upblast are the heavy hitters of the list, even if they travel at the speed of smell. The BML-G3 P04 ACT-01 and the BML-G3 P05 ACT-02. The 01 is found on Cold Call's AC Dead Sled and is unlocked after you climb the wall, costing 98,000 credits each. And the 02 is on the Student Pilot's Coffin Tester AC, and G2 Niles Deep Down has one. It costs 145,000 credits each. After stomping the Ice Worm, its days of illegally deporting immigrants are over. These are homing missile launchers developed by Furlong Dynamics. One is a single cell and one is a dual cell launcher. They feature high-powered payloads with propulsion systems deliberately slowed down. Missiles hound targets during a lengthy airborne time, enabling high-pressure tactics. When these explode, you're definitely going to feel it. They have an attack power of 486 per missile, an impact of 540, and a cumulative impact of 378, and a blast radius of 12. Cute. Their direct hit adjuster is a disgusting 165. Why? Their guidance is the lowest at only 115, and like the vertical missiles, they have an effective range of 1,000 meters. The 01's homing lock time is 1.7 seconds. It has a max lock count of 1. It only needs 45 missiles. It reloads in 2.4 seconds. These honkin' missiles cost 450 each, somehow still less than the split missiles. It weighs 2,270 Miyazakis and takes an energy load of 213 to run. The O2's homing lock time is 2.8 seconds. It has a max lock count of 2, duh. It needs less than 72 total missiles, but has them anyway. Has a reload time of 4.2 seconds. It weighs 4,320 Miyazakis and has an energy load of 424. These mini nukes pair wonderfully with other straight firing missiles like the MLTs and the SPLs, because you can hide firing them by shooting them both at the same time, aiding to the menacing of these fat boys by making them confusing, though dodging them is really as simple as dodging in 2 separate directions, forcing them to try and 180 on you, which they suck at. Also, be careful of your timing when launching them. They like the taste of dirt and floor at close to mid-range.
Maybe now I'll get some sleep. See you on the other side. Rusty.
Ooh. What was that? 4, 5, 6, 10 pages of script. My finger looks funny. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, hit the like and subscribbles. We're running out of weapons. I guess we'll have to start doing some internal parts soon, huh? Next time, let's get into the other missile launchers. I'll see you in the nest.